Hello, my name is Thomas Neumann, and I am presenting to you today the presentation about the digital journey of the company Continental. In this presentation, I will show you the next steps of the company in the field of digital innovations in the field of industry 4.0. In the beginning, I will show you a little bit more information about the company ContiTech. The ContiTech is the part of the Continental joint stock company, which is connected with the business outside of the tire business, but connected with the rubber business. ContiTech is in the moment on the way into the new age of mobility and to a new age of technology uh, development, and the company is connecting the products that they have over years together with electronic components mainly out of the automotive sector, putting them together with services in order to get smart solutions for the customer in various branches in the industry. For the conveyor belt manufacturing industry, the Continental is one of the leading brands worldwide. The conveying solution company is producing conveyor belts in many locations worldwide. They have employees with an amount of more than 6,000, and the turnover during the last year was 1 billion euro for 2019. The company is producing conveyor belts and solutions for them for the full chain of the process, starting mainly with excavation and in-pit crushing, transporting with conveyors and steep angle conveyors, transporting further with long distance conveyors, and of course you have many conveyors in the processing plant as well, and for storaging and distribution. For all these stages in the process, ContiTech is offering services as well. We understand as a service offer with a 360 degrees view, and we have a complete picture of application of a conveyors. It means we are providing not only the belt, we are providing field services locally and globally. We can supply service materials. We have monitoring systems for predictive maintenance. We are doing engineering support in any stages of development, of supply, and putting into operation. And of course, we are developing smart services for our customers. Why we are doing so? Because we are believing that only on the way of providing solutions, we can minimize the total cost of ownership of any device, of any product. It means as well for belts, for conveyor belts. What does this mean for conveyor belts? We are supplying the belts, we are installing them, can provide regular service reports, engineering supports. We can, with the smart services, provide service time prediction, and of course, we can monitor the belt in function. And all this is important. Why? Yeah, because if you are thinking about the most effective way of transportation, if you are thinking about lowering costs, save costs in your location, save the cost per ton that you are transporting, you have to think about the transport. The transport takes up to 60% of all investments and operational costs. And that's why it is very important to use the best technology, the most effective technology that you can use for big mass transport, for bulk transport. In these very special cases, as you can see here on the slide, in very long conveyors and in very steep angle conveyors, it is absolutely necessary to use predictive maintenance in order to be sure that this conveyor will work without any unexpected downtimes. The first stage of such kind of behavior is that you have information about the working conditions of your conveyor. And one of the most important parts in the conveyor is the conveyor belt. And our monitoring systems can provide to you all necessary information about the conditions of the belt. The most problematic and the most dramatic problems can rise if you have problems like this, like a cord damage inside of the rubber that you cannot see from outside, that you have problems with the splices of the steel cord conveyor belts. It is for your eye not visible, but the monitoring system can measure the differences and the signals. And of course, our systems can minimize the problems if you have got a belt rip, and all this together make it possible to organize a predictive maintenance and avoid emergency stops. As I show you already, these three problems we can measure. On the left side, you see clearly how the system is measuring with magnetic fields the condition of the ropes inside of the rubber. We can measure as well the situation in the splices and difference in the measurements between or after a certain time. And on the right side, the usual system to stop the conveyor in cases of belt rips. In one system, have collected all these measurements together, and this system is possible to install permanently at the belt. The name of the system is Conti Multi Protect. This system is permanently measuring the working conditions of the steel cord and of the splices, and can measure the degree, the position, and when you have measured even these failures. And then, based on this time signal and time information, you can predict when the failure will be so heavy that you have repaired it, and you can previously define how much materials you need, how much time you need for this repair, and you can very effectively organize your repair works, your maintenance works. The same, how to say, results you can get if you are using the mobile solution. Yeah, it's the same system. It's the same system with the same output, but it is not installed permanently, but installed for a certain time. And we are coming with our team to your location, measuring all necessary data, and then you will get from us a report based on our measurements. These reports are very understandable, very clear, yeah, and you can see here on the right side the gray picture, and on the gray picture you have all necessary informations about your belt, about the failures in yellow, about the splices in blue, and where these failures are located. And it is very easy to understand where you have to repair. Yes, and very important is if we are talking about Industry 4.0, that we as Continental we are able to manage all this information about the belt and much more. For this handling of information, we are offering to our clients, to our distributors, a special application, the Conti Plus web application and mobile application. And this system is collecting all this information, and you can use this system as your system for organizing the technical data, to organize all your data, to have access every time and everywhere, to speed up information exchange, and to have a very tight cooperation and communication with your supplier. Why we are doing so? And this is the most important question you gave to me, you ask me, why we are doing this and why this is so important. Yeah, because I think it is very important to have full transparency if you are working with a certain equipment. Yeah? And for a conveyor, it is the same story. Yeah? If you would like to lower and to lower the costs, to save costs over a long time and long term, you have to have transparent costs. And our systems helping you to get this transparency. If you have this understanding, you can reach the minimal total cost of ownership. And this is our believing that you can reach this target with us. And I think this is very interesting for any user of conveyor equipment. And of course, based on the full transparency and based on the minimal total cost of ownership, you will have a better cash flow. And what is very important, because it is costs a lot of money, if you have unexpected downtimes, and you can minimize them using this predictive maintenance information base we have presented in the last few minutes. In the end of my presentation, I would like to show you some, or better to say, two very interesting reference projects we are involved and we have installed last year. The first one is the strongest conveyor belt worldwide. This installation of an ST10000 or was done in Chile. We have supplied the belt, we have spliced the belt, we have delivered 4 rib protect systems and 4 cord protect systems. This conveyor was already given into operation, and the customer is very satisfied. And in the moment, we are doing our job in order to putting into operation our monitoring systems as well. And what is for us very important, this is not only the strongest belt worldwide, but this belt has a very nice parameter for the splice efficiency. And the splice, is the most critical part in the conveyor. And if you are reach a splice efficiency of about 60%, then you can be sure that this belt, even under very harsh condition, will work for a long time. and with a very low maintenance and operational costs. The second very interesting, I think, application is a vertical conveyor. Vertical conveyors mainly in used in industry sector, in the industry sector, in cement industry and in chemical industry and some and stuff like this. But in mining, you will find not so often such kind of application. And what is interesting here that we have here a Flexowell project in mining application, and the lifting height is 400 meters. Up to now, it was possible to have up to 100 meters lifting height. Now we have supplied a belt and installed together with the OEM a 400-meter design. And we are transporting with this belt 200 tons per hour. We are transporting silver and gold ore, and the customer is very satisfied with this solution. And I think this is a very nice solution for many miners which would like to have a very easy transportation using very low using this transportation with a very low energy level. And as you can see here, this application needs not a big infrastructure. We have on the surface and in the underground 2 driving stations, as you can see on the picture, and we are elevating 200 tons per hour on a very easy way. Yeah, that's all for today, and I hope it was interesting for you. And get in contact with me, get in contact with our sales partner worldwide, get in contact with our main location in Nordheim in Germany, and we will support you in direction of transporting of heavy bulk streams and usage of conveyor belts in mining application and any other industry application. Thank you for your attention. My name is Thomas Neumann, and I'm waiting for your questions. Thank you.